Hi, I'm Phyllis from the Doll Corner, and today I want to show you how I make a little tam, or a little hat for my dolls. This one is more like a little pillbox hat that they used to wear in the 50s, late 50s, early 60s. Jacqueline Kennedy used to wear a little pillbox hat. So they're very easy to make. You cut a piece of fabric, a round piece. First of all, you measure around where you want the hat to sit. Now this doll has a 9.5 inch head measurement. I cut a piece for the band, 9.5 plus a half an inch. So this piece is 10 inches by an inch and a half, inch and 3/4, depending on the depth of a band you want. You can make it deeper if you wish. Then I take and I take a 1/4 inch seam here and then press it back, and that gives me my 9.5 inch for my doll's head. And I mark it, the halfway mark and the 1/4 mark. And then I cut a circle. Now you can, depends on how you want your hat to sit. If you want it more flat on top, just with a little overhang, you'll make it smaller. This one's 3 inches across. So I make my circle. This is a 6-inch circle. And I fold it in half and half again. I mark it in the center and at each 1/4 mark. Now if you're not going to put anything on the top like a little pom-pom or a button or a whatever, you really don't need this mark. Like I didn't need a mark for this one or this one. But if they're hard to find the true center after they're sewn together. So if you want to put something on the top, you should mark it before when it's like this. So then I take and I sew a basting thread all the way around, and I gather it up. Like this. And this is my band. I have this pressed open, my seam pressed open. I bring it here and I find one of my dots on here. I place it on like that. Some pins here. And put a pin there. And then I find my halfway mark, which is here, and I find the center front mark. Let's see if I can find it now. And you pin it. Now I usually put 4 pins in it, but you can put as many as you wish. This one, I have it, and then I adjust my gathers in here. You may want to put an extra pin or two in, which is fine. And then I just sew it all the way around. Just like this. I've sewed, let's see, this one, better one maybe. So I have my band on the inside, and I have some black thread so that it would show up. Actually, I think it's navy. And then just stitch around, and then trim this off. If you like, you can run it around on the serger so it makes a nice neat. If not, just trim it back and overcast it with a zigzag stitch or however you wish. And then turn it out, inside out. And there's your hat. Now this one, I made a little bit different. This is t-shirt material. I couldn't find the right color of blue to make an outfit one day, and I bought a man's t-shirt. And so I had some of this left. And what I did, I took the neck facing off of it and cut my circle. And I didn't have to gather this one. It looks like as if it's gathered, but it really isn't. And I put my pins in it on the quarter marks and adjusted it. Now this makes a really cute little hat. And the band, the neck band, is what I used to draw it in, so I didn't have to gather it. This one's a little bigger, so if you want to wear that, looks kind of cute too. It doesn't match the outfit, of course, but and you can decorate them any way you wish. So it's a very easy way of making a little hat for your doll. And I think it's a good idea to have a hat on your doll, because it protects the top of their hair. And now this one I've made for a doll that I'm not exactly sure of the size of the head, and I don't have the doll here. So what I did is I opened this, I left this seam open, and I run a piece of elastic around it. And I just left it like this. So when I get to see the doll, I'll adjust this elastic if it's not the right size. If it's the right size, then I'll just take the elastic right out. Put a little pieces, a couple pieces of ribbon around here with a little bow at the back. So that's how you make a little tam for your doll. If a true pillbox hat is flat on the top, it doesn't have any gathers, so you just do it the same way, only just make the center to fit on the band with no gathers, and it would be the same way. And you probably want some interfacing in it to just make it firm up a little bit. So if you found this helpful, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave me some comments. If you have any questions, be sure and email me at dollfashion77@gmail.com.